What's up, gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Before we get into this video, make sure to smash that like button. It helps me out with the algorithm. Drop a comment and subscribe if you so choose. Now, with all that good stuff out of the way, let's get into the topic of this video, which you can probably tell by the title of this video. Now, first and foremost, we are back to our regularly scheduled content. I just got back to Mexico. I was doing a little bit of traveling, a little bit of scouting, and I just got back to Mexico, so I am back. So let's get into this. So I will never ever date a girl that's an Onlyfans for a couple reasons. Now, before we get into those reasons, I want to give you the proper context. I am completely aware that all places in the world are not the same economically. And I am also aware that women in certain places have different economic opportunities, and so this is not a judgment per se on these women or their economic opportunities. But what I will say is I do know women in other countries that are less economically favored, I'll say, and they refuse to do OnlyFans. And these women certainly have the looks, and to some extent, they also have an audience. They have quite a few followers on places like Instagram, for instance. And they could 100% be in that whole P4P market and be an OnlyFans girl, but they don't do this. And here is a quick story as to why I say this. And so there was one girl who is objectively broke, absolutely no money, but she is absolutely drop dead gorgeous. She could make a killing on OnlyFans. And I was talking to her, and I was like, why don't you just make an OnlyFans? And she made a couple interesting points. The first one is she said, women who can only make money from OnlyFans clearly don't have any other skills. And I found that interesting because this girl wasn't making any money at all. So what is her skill? I don't know yet, but she is making ends meet at a very bare minimum level. And I'll tell you what she does here in a minute. Actually, I'll just tell you now. She just sells fruit, which is very low wages, right? And that is how she takes care of herself. And then the second thing she said, which is more important and goes more along the lines of the reason I would never date an OnlyFans girl, and she just said, it's just not in my moral values to do that. I would rather do what I'm doing now, make a lot less money, but still have my integrity. Now, like I said before, first of all, this wasn't me saying this, but I do agree with it. And secondly, I'm not passing judgment on these people, and I'm not necessarily saying you don't have morals or integrity, but what she meant by I want to keep my integrity is integrity to her moral values. So she doesn't want to break her personal code solely to make money doing something that she doesn't really want to do. And ultimately, both of those things are pretty much why I personally would not date an OnlyFans girl. It just doesn't align with my moral values, and I think a woman who does do OnlyFans in general doesn't have the qualities that I am looking for in a woman. Now, once again, that doesn't mean she lacks moral values or integrity. They just don't align with my own moral values and things that I value in a woman. So that's why I personally would never do it. It's also kind of similar to sugar dating to an extent, which I will make a whole video on separately, because the reason I don't do that is a little bit different than the reason that I'm not interested in OnlyFans girls. Alright, so that's gonna wrap up this video. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. I truly appreciate it. Make sure you smash that like button, leave a comment, and I will see you guys next time. As always, peace, much love.